Imagine a world where the hammer and sickle fall. The year is 1943. The Eastern Front, a scene of unimaginable brutality, sees the Soviet Union crumble under the relentless Nazi war machine. This isn't just a defeat, it's a collapse. The Red Army, bled white, can no longer hold. Moscow falls. Stalin's regime, built on iron control, shatters. The consequences are immediate and devastating. The Nazi war machine, freed from the eastern quagmire, turns its full might westward. Millions of German troops, their ranks bolstered by eager collaborators from the former Soviet republics, flood into a Europe already reeling from years of war. Britain, battered but defiant, now faces the full fury of a triumphant Third Reich. The United States, still mobilizing its industrial might, watches in horror as the Atlantic widens between them and a collapsing Allied front. The dream of a Europe-first strategy, of liberating Europe from Nazi tyranny, becomes a distant hope. The Second World War, once a battle for freedom, has become a fight for survival. With the fall of the Soviet Union, the Nazi vision of Lebensraum becomes a horrifying reality. From the Baltic Sea to the Caucasus Mountains, the swastika flies supreme. The vast resources of the East oil, grain, manpower fuel the Nazi war machine. The economies of conquered nations are plundered, their industries geared towards German war production. The ideological landscape of the world is redrawn. Communism, once a beacon of hope for some, is crushed under the heel of fascist triumphalism. The Soviet experiment, with its promises of equality and worker liberation, is deemed a failed experiment. The world, in the grip of Axis victory, begins to resemble the darkest prophecies of the vanquished. In this new world order, the United States stands alone. The arsenal of democracy, now the last bastion of freedom, faces a stark choice: accommodate or confront. The Axis powers, flush with victory and drunk on their own ideology, see themselves as the vanguard of a new world order. Technological innovation, driven by the imperatives of war, takes on a sinister edge. The race for the atomic bomb, once a secret project hidden in the New Mexico desert, becomes a desperate scramble for an advantage in a world on the brink. The potential for annihilation hangs heavy in the air. The future, once bright with possibility, is now shrouded in the shadow of tyranny. The Soviet Union's defeat in this alternate history is more than a military loss. It's a seismic shift in the global order. It underscores the fragility of freedom, the seductive power of totalitarian ideologies, and the devastating consequences of unchecked aggression. While we grapple with the realities of our own time, we must never forget the sacrifices of those who fought for a different future. A future where the red flag of the Soviet Union, for all its flaws, represented a bulwark against the darkness of fascism. Their struggle, though ultimately unsuccessful in this timeline, serves as a stark reminder of the stakes of complacency and the importance of vigilance in the face of